welcome back to Eastside RC. Today, guys, we do a little pipe test. We do big dumper rear pipe versus Olimat side pipe. You guys stick around and stay tuned at the end of the video if you guys want some tech tip knowledge on all the tuning that went down between these two pipes. All right, so stick around and come on back after the break. Whoa, yeah!
The engine's running in, see? That tune sounds good.
There's the Olimat all installed. Now, if you guys can see, you're going to have to remove this side rail and your dust cover in order to run it, because of the way the pipe drops down. You know, this bracket here is in the way. All right, so just one thing to consider there. All right, so let's have a listen to it and try it out. Yeah, on the top end. It's definitely a top end pipe.
Out of range. Heck, it's running good.
Yeah, keep running on, keep it on. Y'all don't get that bumpy like that.
range again.
Okay, guys, do I recommend this pipe? Absolutely. This is your new viable option for the 45cc Rovan engine. I highly recommend this pipe. I just took this out, not on camera, and absolutely ravaged this thing here at my house. Dusted the whole car out. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun, y'all. I guess I should have set up a tripod or something. The reason I wanted to try it was because when I was letting my dog out, I noticed the humidity felt lower. So I checked the humidity. The humidity this morning during the running of this was near 70%, and the temperature was near 70 degrees. So that is what I call dog mess air. Anytime you have a percent of humidity per degree of air, you are not going to make any kind of good power. However, I did and was able to show you guys the difference between the two pipes. You could hear the top end difference on this pipe. Now, this evening, running this with less than half the humidity outside at 71 degrees, this pipe took a whole eighth more turn out of fuel on the low. Granted, the engine is running in. It is a brand new engine that I built, okay? So it is running in, and that it makes sense, you know, but this pipe required more power or more fuel, and my goodness, did it make good power. It started ripping wheel stands. I'm very impressed with this pipe, guys. I highly recommend it. It's extremely affordable, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Look at it. It fits inside the body beautifully. It is a very solid pipe. Now, the difference between the tuning between this pipe and this pipe was not super drastic. Because this is a top end, more of a top end pipe, which is traditional with side pipes. Rear pipes tend to be more torquey because of this long straight header. What I did here was this pipe required less fuel on the top end and more fuel on the low end. This pipe required a little less fuel on the low end and a little more fuel on the top end. Okay? So you have to retune, guys. I'm serious now. If you're changing gears, if you're changing tires, if you're changing pipes, if you're changing velocity stacks and air filters, you need to retune your engine for optimal performance. Trust me on this. I've been doing this for 40 years. I'm not a know-it-all. I just know two strokes, okay? My dad has taught me a whole lot about these. I tuned his 1971 Trials bike. You guys have seen me ride it on the channel. I put a new carburetor on that and tuned it when I was 12 years old. And it runs like a top still to this day. All right, so I love two strokes. They are just my cup of tea. Back to the pipe. One more thing I want to show you guys before I let you go. All right, this is a critical thing right here, okay? Back pressure. If you do not trim your exhaust gasket, then you want to use a ultra black, okay, so that you're not hindering the output of the exhaust at all. You want your back pressure coming from here, the stinger, all right? See the stinger blue here? The stinger was working, all right? Blue, this thing, not because it was lean, because I was holding her full tilt and ripping her, and this thing is really scavenging the exhaust gases, creating some heat, okay? Look at my header. My header looks fine. It still looks as good as it did. This is where the magic is happening, okay? You're seeing the magic happening through here, all right? And you're getting a nice back pressure. When this sucker opens up, you heard her screaming. Now, let me show you guys something critical real quick over here on the workbench. All right, if you guys made it this far, here is the exhaust gasket. I've took it upon myself to go ahead and index the gasket to show you where you need to trim it out. Up and down horizontally, the gasket is fine. Vertically, it is not. So what's going to happen here is your exhaust is going to hit a wall right here before it comes out. That is not going to give you optimal performance. So I recommend you take and get you a nice sharp chisel and put this on a block of wood and punch out this area. Okay, I got a little bit rounded over here, but no big deal because I squared it up with my chisel. But there's a piece of metal in here. If you're going to cut it with a razor knife, you need to use a really, really sharp razor knife and be careful not to cut yourself and cut the gasket, all right? So I'd recommend just using a chisel and just punch it out of there. A nice, really sharp, fine chisel. All right, guys? So make the power. I'm not going to steer you guys in the wrong direction, man. This stuff is what I do. I'm here to help you guys. I'm not so much a basher as I am a tester and a tuner, you know. I do just run my rigs around and don't race them, but, you know, I test and tune. That's what I do. You guys stay tuned, like and subscribe, and come on back because Mr. Allen is building a nasty 71cc, and it is Mr. Doug Fontaine's engine. Mr. Doug Fontaine wants me to test and tune his engine. This is the perfect platform for the 71cc Rovan. I have ran it in here before, and it performed absolutely phenomenal. Mr. Dan from Fearless RC gave me a really nice, bigger, big dumper. Mr. Allen is modifying the header flange for me, and he is sending that over as well. So we're going to have a really nasty, new big dumper, much bigger than this one, that will breathe really good, that we're going to also test out on the TMR 50 as well. You guys, all kinds of running, all kinds of good stuff coming. Stay tuned. Have a blessed one. I will catch you on the next one. Eastside RC is out.